What's up guys, today I have a Wi-Fi battle for you guys and this is a UU match against Casadorperfect. This is a really awesome match, so if you guys can, please make sure to hit that like button, it helps out a ton, and let's see if we can reach 600 likes. I try my best to bring you guys good Wi-Fi battles so that you guys enjoy and learn stuff from it. So yeah, and I'm using the same Mega Houndoom team, but looking on his team, he's using a Mega Manectric team. So basically this is a battle of dogs. So let's see who wins this. So I'm gonna lead off with my choice Scarf Mianxiao, as he's gonna lead off with this Manectric. He's probably gonna think that I'm a choice Scarf set, so I know he's gonna switch out. So I'm gonna go for U-turn just to get some momentum. If I wanted, I could have gone for the knockoff, but it was really risky. So I'm gonna go for U-turn and go into my Gastrodon, as I can pretty much wall this Jellicent. And he's gonna go for Toxic, and this turn we both are gonna Toxic each other, but it looks good to me as I do have a healer on my team in form of Florges, and I can use Aromatherapy to get rid of this Toxic on my Gastrodon. Now here I'm gonna make a double switch into my Houndoom, expecting him to go into his Tangrowth because he can take any hit from my Gastrodon and pretty much scare me out with the Giga Drain, but it turns out that he stays in and goes for the Ice Beam, so I cannot one-hit KO this Jellicent because Jellicent is a very specially defensive Pokemon. So I'm gonna go into my Florges as he's gonna go for Scald. Luckily he does not get the burn. I am free to go for Aromatherapy and get rid of the poison on my Gastrodon, or I can go for the Moonblast. I know he's gonna predict my Aromatherapy and try to get a free switch, so I'm gonna go for Moonblast instead of making the super obvious play, which was going for Aromatherapy. So it turns out that he brings in this Gigalith, and this Moonblast is gonna do so much damage. This Florges is my win condition, so I'm gonna save this thing for later and go into my Gastrodon, as I know I can take Earthquakes really well, and I can also retaliate back with Scald and scare him out. So now he's gonna go into his Tangrowth. I really cannot touch his Tangrowth with this Gastrodon, and until this Tangrowth is around, my Gastrodon is practically useless as I cannot touch him, and he's always gonna scare me out with a Giga Drain. So knowing this, I'm gonna go into my max HP, max speed Crobat, as I can take any hit, and he goes for knockoff and knocks off my Black Sludge, which is fine by me as now I know he's gonna switch out. So now I'm gonna go for U-turn to get the switch initiative on whatever he brings in, and he's gonna bring in this Gigalith, which means that I can go into my Gastrodon again and scare him out. And here he's gonna make a fantastic prediction. He's gonna predict me to go for Recover and stay in and go for Earthquake just to get a bit more damage on my Gastrodon, which is gonna work out for him as I did go for the Recover. And now I'm gonna go for Scald as he's gonna make a switch into his Jellicent to get the Water Absorb and get all of that HP back. So he really played well on this part. So Gastrodon is getting worn down with this Toxic and all of this stuff. I'm gonna go into my Florges so that I can go for a Wish or an Aromatherapy, as he's gonna make a double switch into his Raticate, predicting my Florges to come in. And Raticate is also a threat as it has the ability Guts, and with Flame Orb equipped, it can do massive amount of damage with the Staff Facade. So I am gonna go for Protect just to scout what he's gonna do, and now I'm gonna go into my Jirachi as I know I can take any of the hits which he goes for, and he's gonna go for Facade, which is gonna do a very decent amount of damage, and now I can get up my Rocks, or I can go for the Iron Head. So he's gonna go for U-turn and go into his Manectric to Mega Evolve. This Mega Manectric can outspeed my entire team barring my choice Scarf Mianxiao, so it's good that I got some damage with the Iron Head. And now I do not want to take a flamethrower to the face, so I'm gonna go into my Gastrodon as I can pretty much wall him if he's not carrying the Hidden Power Grass, which you guys will see that he's not. And if you're using Mega Manectric in UU, you should always carry Hidden Power Grass on it to hit the Water Ground type Pokemon in the tier like Quagsire, Gastrodon, and Swampert. So he's not carrying the Hidden Power Grass as he's gonna go into his Raticate, predicting me to go for Toxic, predicting him to want to bring in his Tangrowth. And now that his Raticate is here, I have nothing to take the hits as my Jirachi will get 2 hits KO'd with the Facade. So I am gonna sack my Gastrodon and then get a free switch into my Crobat, and I really do not want to over predict, so I'm gonna go for Brave Bird as he's gonna bring in this Mega Manectric, and after the Intimidate, this Brave Bird is gonna do absolutely nothing, but damage is damage, and because my Gasodon is dead, I'm gonna go into my Florges, the only mon on my team which can take hits from this Mega Manectric. So he's gonna go for Volt Switch to get the Switch initiative, and he's gonna bring in this Gigalith. Now this is my max defense, max HP Florges, so I know I can take physical hits, and I am gonna go for Wish as he's gonna hit me up with the Rock Tomb. At first this looked really weird to me, but as you guys will see, this is not actually that weird. So I'm gonna go for Protect to get the HP from the Wish and then hit him up with a Moonblast, which is gonna bring him down to the red health. Now Gigalith do like to carry Explosion, and because of the speed drops from the Rock Tomb, I really do not know if my Florges can outspeed this Gigalith or not. So predicting his Explosion, I'm gonna go for Protect as he does go for Explosion, and Florges lives another day. So he's gonna explode on my Protect, and now my Florges is completely safe. So he's gonna go into his Raticate. I do not have anything that can switch into this except for the Jirachi, but this thing is also gonna get 2 hits KO'd as I am especially defensive Jirachi, and most likely he's running max speed on his Raticate, so there's nothing I can do. He's gonna kill me with the Facade, and now I can go into my Crobat, and from this range of HP I can kill him with a U-turn, but he's gonna hit me up with the Sucker Punch, which is gonna do quite a lot of damage. But finally this Raticate goes down, so one threat is down, and now I'm gonna go into my Mienshao because Mienshao can outspeed his entire team. So he brings in this Tangrowth, and I'm gonna go for U-turn to get some damage, and the Crobat switch in is really obvious, so he's gonna predict that and go for the HP Ice and take out my Crobat, which was a nice play on his part. But I can get a free switch into my Houndoom, and something is gonna die until I hit the Fire Blast. So I'm gonna Mega Evolve into Mega Houndoom as he's gonna switch into this Crocodile, and I am gonna miss the Fire Blast. If I had hit the Fire Blast, this Crocodile would have been dead with the combination of Fire Blast and Dark Pulse, and I have no choice but going into my Florges to take this Stab Earthquake, and he's gonna predict my Protect, and I'm gonna predict him to predict me, and that's why I'm gonna go for Moonblast and get some nice damage on this Crocodile as he got up his Stealth Rocks, which are gonna hurt my Mega Houndoom as I'm a Fire type. And this time I'm gonna go for Protect to get a bit more leftovers recovery, and he's gonna make a good play by going for the knockoff, and because of the knockoff I'm not gonna get the continuous recovery on my Florges, and there is no point in me going for the Protect. So in comes this Jellicent. Now because I do not have leftovers anymore on my Florges, he can put a Toxic or a Burn on me and basically put me on a timer. So he's gonna go for Toxic, and I'm gonna go for Aromatherapy, but he has more Toxic than I have Aromatherapy, so I am hoping that he burns me with this Scald, because I'd rather have Burn on my Florges over Toxic, because you know Burn does not rack up and Toxic does rack up, and luckily for me he does burn me on the right moment. So I'm not gonna go for Aromatherapy, and I'm just gonna Wish Stall this thing as I do have Toxic on his Jellicent and he is on the timer, so there is not much this Jellicent can do to me. So he's gonna predict my Protect and get a free switch into his Mega Manectric to get some heavy damage on my Florges with the Volt Switch, and at this moment I have Houndoom, Florges, and Choice Scarf. Mienshao on his side, he has this Mega Manectric, Tangrowth, and that Jellicent. So he's gonna go for Volt Switch and Volt Switch out into this Jellicent, as I am gonna go for Moonblast to get some damage, and he's on -1 special attack because of the Moonblast. Now this is a very stally part of battle. It's basically me going for Wish, then protecting to get my HP back, and him going for Recover to get his HP back. So that's why I sped up this whole thing, but finally at some point he's gonna go into his Tangrowth as I'm gonna go for the Moonblast. So this Moonblast is gonna do quite a lot of damage to this Tangrowth, and predicting him to go for Giga Drain, I'm gonna go into my Mega Houndoom as I do get that right, and basically I can go for a Fire Blast and roast this pile of noodles. So I'm gonna go for it. Luckily I do not miss, and there goes this Tangrowth. So all he has left is this Mega Manectric and the Poison Jellicent. He's gonna bring in this thing, and I'm gonna go into my Florges just as a dead fodder, as I do need a free switch into my Choice Scarf Mienshao. So he's gonna go for Thunderbolt and barely miss the kill, as he's gonna kill me with the Volt Switch. Now let me explain this play. Had he killed me with the Thunderbolt, I would have gone into my Choice Scarf Mienshao to revenge kill his Mega Manic trick, and it would have come down to a 50-50 where I would have gone for the high jump kick expecting his Mega Manic trick to stay in, or I would have gone for the U-turn predicting him to go into his Jellicent to take my high jump kick. So either way, I'm gonna kill this Jellicent with the Dark Pulse, and his last is this Mega Manic trick. I still have my Choice Scarf Mienshao, so he's gonna kill my Mega Houndoom with the Thunderbolt as I win the match as long as I hit this high jump kick. And we all know this is a well-trained Mienshao, so I'm gonna go for high jump kick and take out this Manic trick. So that's a 1-0 victory in my favor. It was a really close game, and that's the match. Hope you guys enjoyed this match, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below letting me know which is your favorite, Mega Manic trick or Mega Houndoom. I really wanna know. So yeah, and I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.